Welcome back to the channel, guys. Doing a headlight swap on this 991 GT3. These are the factory ones with the chrome. You can see there's chrome inside, and on the surrounding area it's a little bit gray. You can really get a better picture of that upstairs. But here we go. Here is the black one. Now, how do you access it? There's a little toolbox in the corner right there, and then you're gonna grab a tool. That's the tool. You stick it on the bottom. You see there's 3 holes. You stick it through the bottom one. There's a little cap on there. It comes right off. Very easy to do. You're gonna stick a flashlight in there if you can't see it. Otherwise, try to wiggle it in there until you feel it. It's gonna be parallel to the ground, and it's gonna look just like that. And once the tool is in there, you're going to basically so you're basically doing it toward, from my understanding, on that one it was counterclockwise, so this one would be clockwise, just like that. And when you do that, you can see the headlight comes out just like that. And once it comes out, there's a plug on there. You can unplug it, and that's the easy part. Next part is swapping all the components, which will be the ballast, the bulb, and the controller. And you're gonna make sure you buy the right headlights if you're doing this. Again, it's not a huge difference, but it does make a difference. I think they do look good on certain cars on black. The reason I chose it is because I think it just blends better, it doesn't stick out as much. You can see here it's less noticeable as a headlight, and here it kind of just like really sticks out. Now everyone has their own preference. You might prefer this, so in that case you don't need to do this, but I know there's different versions of headlights out there for these cars. Here you can see the difference, a little better and better light. You can see they're very similar, except less chrome on that part, no chrome on that part, on the projector part, and the surrounding doesn't have that chrome piece on there. Honestly, if it didn't have the chrome piece, it'd probably be sufficient not to change them, but I didn't want to put any stickers or anything on there. I know some people can put a vinyl wrap on that to fix that, but basically the components that you're going to be changing out are, I believe this is the ballast or the controller. I think this might be the ballast. It's probably the controller. Again, these to come off with it's a Torx wrench. It's here. Let me see what Torx wrench is. Okay, yeah. So these are T20s. Come off very easy. They're not on there that tight, and when you do put them back on, make sure you don't screw them in there other than by your hand, because you can strip that plastic on there pretty easy. So these two are very easy to come off. Three on each one. Okay, and then what you have to do is open up the headlights after you do that, and there's 4 bolts, and these are Phillips. 4 bolts on that. And when you open this up, you're going to carefully remove the bulb, which we'll show you here in a minute. We've got the cover off with the bulb, and there's 2 tabs inside here, and you're going to go ahead and push on these tabs to release the pressing it inward. Once you do that, and it on catches, there we go. It slides right back just like that and sits flush there. You're going to remove the bulb out. You can disconnect this if you want, and there's another piece on there that's a spring, which you need to put back on the other headlight as well. But yeah, don't touch the bulb, don't with your fingers or anything like that. If you do, you're gonna have to wipe with alcohol. But I mean, that's pretty much it. And then the ballast part, you know, these come off very easy, and you know, 3 bolts on these go right back on. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Make sure you connect all the wires, and that's the headlight swap, or repairing a part on your headlight. This would be how you do it. Getting the headlight back in is going to be a little tricky. If you take a look here, you can see a couple latches here, or notches I should say, right here. So you have to get it through those before you can push it in there and twist that. But once you do that, make sure you make a connection there. It's not too bad, but you might have to play with it for a couple minutes. Once you have it positioned somewhat like this, then you can insert the tool and twist it. On this side it will be counterclockwise, and the other side will be clockwise to tighten it. And it'll pull the headlight in. You can place a little bit of push, but make sure you don't do it the wrong way. Actually, that was incorrect. You'll know it's sitting correct for tightening when you have a very small gap around there. Do not tighten it if it's not looking like this, or you might break something. So once you have it like this, then you can tighten it. And in this case, it would be, again, counterclockwise, opposite what we did. You know, it'll just suck it in there. You see that? It'll suck it in there, and then you get a snap. Go ahead and get a snap here. Make sure it's good. Yep, it's not in there yet until you hear that snap. Then you know it's in there. And then we're finished here. And thanks for watching, and make sure you check out the other videos on these cars.